Welcome to Monday, welcome to Countdown Day, and this week, as voted on by fans, we're going to take a look at the top 10 worst Beast Wars Transformers figures. And previously through the summer we did best of for a number of things, G1, Masterpiece, even some size classes, and we did do the best for Beast Wars. And a lot of fans asked after if I was going to do a worst of Beast Wars. Well, we're getting around to that now. And I thought it was going to be very simple. I asked a very simple question. What is the worst Beast Wars figure? Simple. But we're going to talk about a couple of caveats. However, those results, the top 10 worst Beast Wars figures, yeah, man, that's going to be our focus in the latest GotBot Counts Down. Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share. Of course, subscribe, and while you are at it, light 'em up, baby. Hit the notification bell, please. Helps me out a ton, let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that's in the description down below. Also in the description down below, and if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon, see what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. And I thought this, like I said, was going to be a really simple vote. But people read stuff that's not there. Guys, if I do not put a limit in the question, then assume the net is cast as wide as could possibly be cast. In other words, this list includes Beast Wars and Beast Machines, because you cannot watch one without the other. If you watch Beast Wars and you get to the end of Season 3 when they leave Earth, the story's not done. If you just watch Beast Machines and you don't have the backstory from Beast Wars, the story's not done. If anything, Beast Machines is like Beast Wars Season 4, basically. It includes Beast Wars 2. It includes Beast Wars Neo. It includes all the recent updates that we've had, like in the Kingdom line and whatnot, as well as anything third party. Anything that would be Beast Wars related. But some people said, I'm going to assume you're not including Fusors. Why wouldn't I? They were in Beast Wars. I'm going to assume that you're not including Beast Machines. Why wouldn't I? It's literally part of the same story. I'm going to assume that it's only North American. Why? Why would you assume that? I didn't put it in the question. If I want a limit, I will put it in the question. If I don't have it in the question, just assume that the voting is as wide as could possibly be. And somebody was like, what's Beast Wars? Like, come on, you're not a fan if you don't even know what it is. I'm not saying that you like it, I'm just saying, come on, you know what it is, right? Of course, that same dude also said that G1 ended in 1990, so what does he know? Because that's also not true. It ended in 2019, if we're talking about proper canon. I digress. That's not the topic. The topic is the top 10 worst Beast Wars figures. And the two honorable mentions include Transketo. A lot of people said very loose and doesn't hold together well. And Torka, because of GPS. They didn't make the list. They didn't have enough votes. Who did? What did? You know what we're going to do, man. We're going to do as we always do, and we're going to kick things off at number 10 first. Kicking us off at number 10 is one that I absolutely think deserves to be on the list, and it's this. Kingdom Cheetor. What an abysmal release. What a hunk of absolute garbage. The mainline release, the colors are wrong. That blue is totally off. The yellows are too light. Mine literally fell to pieces. The shoulder sections broke off. The hinges that the back sections behind the shoulder broke off. That tab, of course, that's paper thin, broke off. It's garbage. It is absolute garbage. I got the Netflix one, which I guess I still have, but I'm reluctant to transform it because it's not a good mold. It could have been. I think the design is good because we had a very similar one used for Voyager Cheetor, or not Cheetor, Tigatron, and it worked great. But for Deluxe, especially since they reduced the size to I think it was in the 60s, like 66 grams or something. If this was a proper 84, 85 gram Deluxe with more robust plastic, I think the design was great. But the fact that you cheaped out and thinned out everything meant that you absolutely ruined this release. Cheetor from the Kingdom line takes the number 10 slot. Number 9 goes to Generation Selects, and this It is Transmutate, and the people that voted for this all said the same thing. The Selects release, while kind of clever using a fossilizer, it is definitely a stylized iteration of the character of Transmutate. However, the one thing that they did get absolutely right was the head face sculpt, which is kind of a blessing and a curse. It's cool that you got it right, but at the same time, it is absolutely horrific. A couple of people said to this day, they find it really hard to look at Transmutate because the overall design is just troubling to the eye. I can understand that. I remember first seeing Transmutate in the cartoon and thinking, man, this looks rough. What a creepy looking character. And then once I got the Selects, I was like, yeah, it's definitely Transmutate, but it's still definitely creepy looking. Transmutate, because it's hard to look at, takes the number 9 slot. Number 8 is one that I had blocked out. I remember doing the review on this, and it's this guy. I mean, Optimus Minor, what a hunk of absolute garbage. I detest the monkey mode. When we go to robot mode, I don't find stuff holds well. It's very loose. The robot mode head is not a good sculpt. It just looks messed up. There's a lot of articulation, but it's really weird. Everything feels loose. Everything feels janky. I don't like the transformation. I don't like the monkey mode. I don't like the robot mode. I'm with the voters. I absolutely get it. Yeah, Optimus Minor's junk, and it takes the number 8 slot. 7 goes back to a modern update with this. Yeah, the Kingdom Scorponok. What a hunk of trash that is. I mean, it looks pretty good, but it's really small. The transformation is not enjoyable at all. There are clearance issues, I guess I should say, where it's hard for certain stuff to get it past one another. There are tolerance issues. Those red legs keep popping off. When you have the original Scorponok, when you even have the reissue Scorponok that they did, and you put it alongside this Kingdom thing, you see just how bad the Kingdom was. It feels, the plastic feels hollow and thin. It doesn't feel robust. And to this day, I would not be able to tell you exactly how to do the transformation to get the 2 chest pieces to lock into the tummy. It's just luck of the draw as far as I'm concerned. I know what the instructions say. I know what people have shown, but I've never ever gotten it to work proper. It's just sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I do like the claws on this guy. I do like the look of this guy. But the build quality, the tolerances, and the transformation were just not up to snuff. We're just not good enough for a modern day deluxe. And that is why Kingdom Scorponok lands at the number 7 slot. Number 6 is this guy. He also appeared on our weirdest Transformers list. And of course it's Injector, who is part fish, part hornet, wasp, bee. I don't know what it is. Like, can the fish survive out of water? Does the bee and the wings work underwater? What's up with the robot mode? Why is that horrible face coming out of the mouth of the fish? And a lot of people also said, look, it also doesn't hold together well. Like, the tolerances are really bad, really shoddy on it. It's ugly. It doesn't hold together well. It's not a good transformation. It's a mix of 2 animals that really wouldn't be able to coexist together because of the environments that they exist in. I like what one voter said. Everything about the existence of Injector is wrong. It never should have seen the light of day. Who am I to argue? I don't know this character firsthand, only from images, but it looks pretty awful, and it takes the number 6 slot. And now a hush falls over the crowd because we've reached the ever-coveted, ever-popular halfway mark. And at the halfway mark we have this. It is Transmetal Megatron, specifically the North American release, and I get it. People said, look, it was a great design, but it crumbles to bits because of GPS. I think it would have ranked higher if it wasn't for the fact that there's a version of him that does exist, that doesn't fall apart, being the Takara one. The problem with that is that it's not gold, it's more of a reddish color. And while it's great that it doesn't fall apart because it's a wonderful design, it also means that it's not exactly animation accurate. It was a rough one for poor Transmetal Megatron. I'd love to see that mold, that design, I should say, get a proper modern day update as well, because we got the Dragon Lad, we got the regular Lad. But to this day, unless you can score the Takara one, this guy, yeah, he's rough. And those that have him still intact tend to say, don't touch him too much, because you just never know. Yes, Transmetal 1, I suppose, Megatron takes the number 5 slot. Coming in at number 4 we have this. It is Kingdom Rhinox. A lot of people hate this guy. I still prefer the Generations. My issues with this Rhinox really stem from, in robot mode, him having No maximal symbols like up on the top of his head. The gold is a little off there. Otherwise, I kind of like the robot mode. I think it's pretty solid, and it does stand better than the Generations that has kind of a little bit weak hips. But then we go to the Rhino mode. The Rhino mode is, I guess it's okay, but it's so static and panelly. And, of course, the thing that most people cited when they voted for this guy, the transformation is just horrendous. Certainly the leg transformation is horrendous, and every time that I do it, probably when you do it, it feels like you're going to break something because nothing wants to move nicely for the legs. I've never broken anything, not yet, but I'm never comfortable doing it. If you're not comfortable doing something, is it really a good transformer? Is it really a good design? I agree with the voters. Yeah, Kingdom Rhinox, while he does have his pluses, got a whole lot of negatives with him as well. And he takes the number 5 slot. I mean 4 slot. See, I was getting so excited that I actually got a little bit ahead of myself with poor old Kingdom Rhinox. Now we are into the top 3. Yes, I've got the numbers right this time. And at number 3, we actually dip our toes into Beast Machines and that era of Beast Wars with this Supreme Cheetor. What? I like what voters said. What were they even thinking? Looks lanky in cheetah mode, which I guess is okay because the cheetah is pretty cool anyway. But like in robot mode, look at this thing. It's a terrible design, ugly face, terrible head sculpt. Even the recent Legacy United version of them that came out, I saw that around everywhere. Some people said it was fun, but it looked terrible. Whether we're talking about a little core class update or the proper original, which is the one that we have here at number 3, it's a bad design. People said he doesn't stand well, he doesn't pose great because he's too lanky, he doesn't look good, he doesn't look imposing, he wasn't in scale with anything. The problems just kept going and kept going for Supreme Class Cheetor. Don't know the mold? Would never really want to look at it, to be honest with you. Takes the number 3 slot. Coming in at number 2, we go back to the kind of original era. We go to Japan this time with this. It's Randy, and we all know that Randy suffers from GPS and crushes to pieces, and he was just a terrible version. However, again, I think that much like with the Transmetal Megatron, he probably would have had more votes, may have even scored higher, could have possibly been number 1, if not for the fact that Razor Beast, I believe, is the North American reuse of that mold. Razor Beast exists, and as long as you don't have the GPS, which Razor Beast doesn't, he's actually a really fun little mold. It's a pretty articulated, it's a pretty neat transformation, it's an easy transformation. Even though he has kibble on his back, it's not too much in the way. He's still able to stand and stuff, so the Razor Beast use, pretty good. But the Randy use, the one that matches the animation that he was in, unfortunately, is just the drizzling craps, and it takes the number 2 slot. And now here we are, very tippy top number 1. And number 1 won by far with the voters. It solidified this spot pretty early on. We have seen on this list characters that suffer GPS. We have seen weird animal mixes with Injector for possibly the oddest Fusor. We have seen updates that just failed to live up. But, I don't know if anything beats how bad this is. It's Retracts. I mean, the pill bug mode, basically a caterpillar, is terrible. It's not imposing. It's not something that would inspire fear in the Maximals. It's just lame. Then we also have the whole spring-loaded gimmick. I don't like gimmicks, and I don't like spring-loaded as it is. But this one is, it's like such a hair trigger that he's always doing it. If you have him in the pill bug mode, he wants to roll up. If you have him in robot mode, his arms always want to pop in. And if you detach the arms from those other sections, like they just fall and flop around, and even then, the arms have like no articulation other than they can hug you, or it can hold his hands like this. It's a failure. It is too bad too, because the colors look cool, the lower body's fine articulated, he's balanced pretty well, but the alt mode is lame, the gimmick is lame, and it compromised the integrity and the enjoyment of the overall character and the overall figure. I get it. The design, the concept of this particular character was a failure at its very inception. Let alone when it got reissued. Why would you reissue something this bad? Yeah, unfortunately, poor Retrax takes the number 1 slot. And that's it, 10 down to 1 for worst Beast Wars / Beast Machines Transformers figures. Other ones that had votes include Kingdom Megatron and the original Megatron, both because the tail couldn't just come off the arm. Bone Crusher, that was a bit of a deep cut, but I get it because of the missile that comes out of his mouth, like the whole, I guess, head back section of the animal mode can't flip down, so he's very top heavy. Reissue Iguanus, that was another failure. Noctoro. Kingdom Waspinator, I was surprised by that one. Airhammer. Pterosaur, the original Pterosaur, because he is back heavy and likes to fall over, which is too bad. But it's still a good Pterosaur. It's just, I get it. Yeah, he is back heavy. What else do we have here? Bantor. 08 Universe Cheetor. That's another one I've never looked at, but I've only heard terrible things. Scavenger, because of the lame alt mode and poor tolerances. Big Convoy, because of the paneliness, though I love it. And I'm shocked that the panels don't get in the way of any of the articulation, but I understand that people wouldn't like the paneliness. Under 3, the McDonald's Under 3. Aha, that's a deep cut that I like. Break, I mean, neat being a penguin, but man, is there anybody who's more of a shell former than poor Break? It's like they didn't even try with him. Buzzclaw, Scourge, I don't remember Transmetal Scourge, and Black Kingdom Black Arachnia. I hate that thing. Absolutely detest it. It's not a deluxe. It doesn't have the mass. It doesn't even have the articulation. Can't even kick forward. Yeah, she was a big disappointment. Them, and even more, had votes. I appreciate you guys coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring. Of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you are at it, hit the subscribe button. Stick around and have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget, not for a moment, not for a second, that you right there, you do make a difference in the world. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights, at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way right here inside the videos.